Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. But when I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. And love is my decision. My decision right here, right now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. And love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. But when I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. And love is my decision. My decision right here, right now. Love is my decision. This is going to be a group song one day. My here and now. And love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. But when I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. And love is my decision. My decision right here, right now. Love is our decision. Our decision right here, right now. Amen. Yeah, it was a waltz.
It was a waltz, yeah. Nice, nice. Wayne Moody. Yeah. We're just about ready to start, aren't we?
It says it's 11 o'clock up there. I don't know where it is.
Moore, where are you? Reverend Moore, Reverend Moore.
Secret Reverend, man.
He's supposed to be doing the pledge.
Yeah, he'll be here. In fact, I'll keep it. One moment, please.
Good morning, America. How are you? Yeah.
Here's Reverend Moore. Let's give him a hand.
goodness. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Woodland Chapel Center for Spiritual Living. It's always good to have folks here and see smiling faces and be part of a community of love and faith. Yes. Is anyone here for the first time or needs introduction? Well, my name has already been announced. Moore Horton, Reverend Moore. And it's my job to get us welcomed in here. So I feel like you're welcome, okay? I feel like you're just always a good place to be, especially on Sunday mornings. All right, there's some announcements we'd like to cover, and the first one is next week. Let's see, who's speaking next week? Do we say that?
The handsome Reverend Moore.
It's me. I get to speak next week. What a deal. And it's about what lies beneath the surface. I think I should talk about scuba diving at all? No, maybe not. Maybe yes. We'll see. Okay. No, hospitality today, courtesy of, who? Sachi and Mary, that's right. That's next week. Yes, Sachi and Mary, thank you. All right, okay. We've got our silent auction is supposed to be announced today, but I don't see our announcer, so probably that will happen next Sunday or during the week. We're ready to take the clothing and household items into Helping Hands this week. So if you have any last-minute donations, great. Kathy Daniels and I are going to be taking it over. Anyone else is welcome to join us when we go over, and we'll do that this week. We have a really special activity coming up in February. It's called Soup for the Soul. Anybody ever had Soup for the Soul before? Nope. It's brand new here. I think other centers have done it. And our hosts for that are Sandy McGann and Saya Riversong. Thank you, Saya. And the idea is make soup and bring bread, right? And then read the announcement. You're going to do that? Okay. Wonderful. All right. So we just got to come, pay $3 and enjoy it, right?
Or love offering, whatever you want to put in the basket.
That's right. It could be $100.
They'll still get soup and bread.
Okay. Nothing gets you soup and bread, and $100 will get you lots of it. So there we go. We'll be good. We'll be good with that.
A place for that.
We have a place for that. We do indeed. Okay. There's something on here that's not, something I want to announce is not on here. We will start a class called Spiritual Economics on February 15th in the evenings at 6. And then on Thursday morning, the 16th, it will be at 10:30. So you can either do a day or an evening class. And it might be that, depending who's there, we combine the classes. But we'll start with the two presentations, evening and morning. Okay. And that is a topic that's really timely for our present economic situation, that we would be speaking to spiritual economics. It's understanding what really brings prosperity into your life and living that. The class is newly reformatted and revised as in 2021, so it's never been taught here before as it is presented this year. All right, any other announcements that need to be cited?
Well, a small reminder that Soup for the Soul is going to be your lunch before the congregational meeting. So plan to stay, plan to be fed, and plan to stay. Also, next Sunday is First Sunday. It's potluck. I'm just all about eating, I don't know. I think because I'm all about feeding people, feeding each other. The spoon across the table, remember that fable? And that's what we do. So next week is potluck. There's a sign-up sheet somewhere. We're working on the adventure of locating it at this time. And we'll find it before the morning's over. So plan on bringing something next week. We're just potlucks.
Yeah.
The potluck next week?
Yes. Yeah. That's what she was saying. Yeah, that's what you said. Potluck next week.
Potluck next week.
Yes, those are always good. And so thank you. At this point of our presentation, then, we'd like to sing a little song. I think, Blaine, you're going to lead us in that, right? Stand up.
You're going to need to stand up and sing along. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Feeling good down in my soul. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. My God is so good to me. In my time of trouble, in my time of trouble, singing, God is so good. In my time of trouble, singing, God is so good. In my time of trouble, singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. In my time of triumph, in my time of triumph, singing, God is so good. In my time of triumph, singing, God is so good. In my time of triumph, singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. When my day is over, when my day is over, singing, God is so good. When my day is over, singing, God is so good. When my day is over, singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Every day, every way. Well, every day, every way. God is so good. Every day, every way. God is so good. Yeah, every day, every way. God is so good. My God is so good to me. When I got up this morning, well, we got up this morning singing, God is so good. We got up this morning singing, God is so good. We got up this morning singing, God is so good. 3 times. My God is so good. My God is so good. My God is so good to me. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Our practitioner Ruth Tenike will now lead us into a centering invocation and prayer.
Yes, sir.
Now that we've gotten up and gotten aroused and got our exercise, let's just come together in a moment of silence now. I know my God, and I know my God is so good because of all the love that I feel right here, right now, and all of the joy that I've had recently. And I know that my joy, my love, my happiness is infinitely, splendidly eternal. And I know for everyone here, this feeling of love and joy, take it with you. Lean on it. It will provide you the happiness of your God in the temple of your heart, speaking to you regularly to tell you life is so good. Love is the reason. Joy is the result. And I release these words knowing that the law of love always says yes. So look for the yes in the rest of the program today, in your life, and in your work, everything. And say with me, and so it is. In your paper program that you have in front of you, yes or no, is an affirmation. Now, if you repeat it with me. Today, I celebrate the divine in my life and the divinity of my own being. This inspires me to live with passion, with enthusiasm, with love for life, and to be the change I may want to see in my life and all life everywhere. And so it is.
I now invite Catherine Kim to come up and share a reading with us.
Good morning. Everybody can hear? Good. Today's reading is entitled My Forever Home. It was written by Murphy, the Human Whisperer, and shared in his column, Murphy's Dogma, in the Centers for Spiritual Living's Science of Mind magazine. As Simon's mom, rather, Dogma, get it? Dogma, Dogma. I'll be channeling the reading through him. My bed is wherever I lay my head. My dining room is where the food is. Sometimes I'm really lucky and I'm served breakfast in Mama's bed. Home is where love flourishes. I don't have to go someplace to be, find, or lose myself. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what's best for me at the perfect time. All is well. I've seen myself in a mirror and love the way I look. I think I'm quite handsome, even distinguished. I enjoy knowing that I weigh exactly what dogs like me should weigh. Thanks and no thanks to Mama, who watches my food intake just a wee bit too closely for my liking. I'm as smart as I need to be, and when that's not enough, I look to those who are smarter or handier for help, like getting down off our sofa or my favorite chair. I can't imagine measuring my life in years, tears, wealth, or stealth. Some people say I'm beautiful, so cute, even adorable. And others say I'm ugly. Some prefer cats, yet love me just the same. And some, fortunately very few, meet me with a frown. Giving my attention to such nonsense is as useless as chasing my tail and a way lot less fun. I know who I am and the value I share with all who meet me. Deep in my heart, I don't think any creature is better or worse than me. The place I call my forever home is a place you cannot see. It's that place that exists only in the core of you and me. Simon says, "You humans are funny. So often you live your lives based on what others think. It's a waste of precious time and energy. Trust. You know who you are and what matters most of your expression of the divine." Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, for sharing the words from the dogma, as it were, from our Science of Mind magazine. I know there are one or two people here who may or may not have yet met Reverend Don Kerr. He's our speaker this morning. He's an integral part of our ministry team. I think of him as one of the hearts that pump the most love there is in the world. So I know that his talk is going to be filled with joy and energy, and I can hardly wait to hear what he has to say. And what is your topic this morning, Reverend Don?
I don't know for sure until I read what it is.
Okay, he's going to read what it is, and he'll deliver with dynamic love. And so let's welcome Reverend Don Kerr.
This is a song Don requested I sing by the great spiritual leader Garth Brooks.
We're going to find out about some of that as time goes on. Good morning, and as we say here at Woodland Chapel, we're doggone glad you're here. Doggone glad you decided not to go someplace else and just hang out. Now you're here with us. You know, wherever two or more, three are gathered in the name of what we know is right on, which we will feel that we are right on here. it all turns out to be the way it should. Yeah. Yes. And welcome back to Susie. She's been gone for a while. Glad to see you, Susie. You feeling pretty good? Yeah. All right. To celebrate life and do as source is the topic for today. And that's a topic I think that needs unpacking. It's got some real interesting, subtle things going on there. Always, when we hear a message of the morning, this is how I come to see this. When we hear a message of the morning, I believe that we want it explained to us in a way that we can first understand the direction it's going to go, first off. And second, to be able to get something out of it other than just simple entertainment. And I say this because I had a congregant tell me once, it was back a while ago, after I was telling one of my favorite jokes, they said they appreciated the effort I made to keep things light and enjoyable, and they really came to do something else, though. She said she came to learn something that may be able to help her get a new look at her life. That's why she was here. She said some information, maybe, just a statistic of discovery, maybe that could help her realize a truth that could impact her maybe for the rest of her life, lift her out of some of this stuff. She said that they really wanted to heal old stuff and live long enough to be called an honored elder. She was kind of on the cusp of things. Live long and well. Well, I get that. I understood that, really. And don't we all, think about this, don't we all, those who are approaching elderhood especially, or are already in our elderhood, don't we all want to celebrate more and more of our golden years, birthdays, on into the 80s and 90s and 100s, and do it well? Don't we all really? I do. When I was a young lad, I always think of myself as a young lad, but when I was really a young lad, about 16, 17 years of age, something like that, as I look back, I used to work in the orchards out in West Salem. I lived on a place called the Oak Crest Farm then. It's now called Salem Town. And these old guys in their 40s, we were stacking boxes and heavy fruit boxes and on the stacking trailers, and I was jumping around full of energy and pulling and stretching my muscles and maybe showing off to some of the old guys, and they were in their 40s smoking cigarettes and complaining that they needed a break. Would I just slow down, boy, slow down. Just you wait until you're our age and you'll find out. Yeah, old guys, 40. To me, 16 years of age, 17, yeah, that was old. I agreed. But I had a pat reply. I had this all down. I did this every time it happened. It happened several times. I'd always say, I like old men, and I hope to live long enough to be one someday. And I'm here to tell you, words do come true. That someday's arrived for me. I love it. So I was looking at the global theme that our Spiritual Living Center headquarters has set in place for all the spiritual living centers around the world. Get this. This year is to be a year for living out loud. That's the theme. And there's a monthly theme goes along. This month has been Root and Reboot. And today's message today is celebrating life as source. Celebrating life by surrendering the negative for the affirmative, or surrendering the lesser for the greater vision. You just got to think through this now. Living full out for God is what I like to call it. Bigger ideas. To move from struggle to celebration, that's a good one. Getting into that flow, I think, and the joy of simply being alive here and fully present right now, like you guys. Right now, you're right here. Reverend Julie and Reverend Moore, in our earlier Sunday's messages, they've been helping us to remember who we really are through some of the basics that they brought into, the fundamentals of the science of mind. This amazing teaching, we call it science of mind, religious science. It reveals for us kind of an emphasis, I think, on the truth. The truth that says we're not only of spirit, created by something marvelously, mysteriously, amazingly wonderful, but we are in spirit. In spirit. As spirit expressing in our human journey on this earth. They brought that forth in so many ways and stories they told and so on. But today, as we're asked to celebrate this life as a source, life as the source, I would like us to consider that our human journey, I think, always carries a banner that reminds us that we have a need to find happiness as human beings along the way, to cultivate ways that to be happy. We're looking for that, which is simply it's the way we parcel out the deep foundation of what we've been talking about as joy, that is the foundation of our being, and just let it rise in the bubbles, for happiness in those moments and be our experience for those moments, in my humble opinion. Now, we like to think and believe in our teaching as we teach the Science of Mind study that the joy is that natural foundation for our existing as humans seeking fulfillment on this journey, I like to call it too, our life journey, yeah. And that happiness is the confirmation for us as we experience it in life happenings that we create and that we encounter. We're always creating, aren't we? Think about this. We're always creating. Aren't we? Do we say we're co-creators just to say it? No, we say it for a reason. We are co-creators. But sometimes it seems to us that we're just encountering the experiences as they rise before us, and we then just choose to engage or not engage. You see, we also like to remind ourselves that we can choose. We always have choice. We have free will. We guard that with our hearts in that knowledge. We have free will. We just have to be aware of that as we move along this life's journey. Now, I think some of us can ask, why is it that we struggle so in life? Dang. To some, it seems as if life is a struggle. Yeah. I have relatives that call me on the phone and want to talk about their struggles. They call me, they say, "You're a minister, what do you think?" Oh, sometimes it's hard to discuss that sometimes with people you know and love. And we can identify, all of us, with that kind of a feeling, But as with anything else in life, as everything else in life, there's a price to be paid for whatever we choose to accept. Now think about that. We humans like to hang on to stuff. We like to struggle with letting it be, struggle with letting it go. Changing directions ain't easy, usually. We have our slogan, this change your thinking, change your life. And then we cut that out and we paste it on all of our talks and explain things the way we do it, and so that we can get it across. But we struggle with letting go, letting be. It's just our human thing. There's a little book. Oh, I forgot to bring it, but I got some quotes out of that. It's written by Guy Finley. It's a little book about that square. And you open it up. Oh, that's a good saying. Whoa, another one, and another one. Guy Finley was the guy's name who wrote that. He titled it Letting Go. And in it he writes, here's one. He says, we struggle with whatever we do, with whatever personally compromises us or our contentment in life. We struggle so that we might realize a greater measure of freedom. How does that work? That takes some thinking about for me. To say struggle is meant to lead us to a state of understanding that we might realize a greater measure of freedom. I got to take a drink on that. Yeah. I have never talked to anyone yet who says they would like to struggle for what they can be called a greater measure of freedom. I haven't talked to anybody about that up to now. And then I read a quote from a book by Nadia Bowles-Weber. She wrote in her book titled Pastrix. So listen to this. Here's what she wrote. Oh, just hear this. Hear this with your heart. She says, and every single time I die to something, my notions of my own specialness, my plans, and my desires for something to be in a very particular way, every single time I fight it, struggle with it, and yet every single time I discover more life and more freedom than if I had gotten what I originally wanted. Thank God for unanswered prayers. Man. Now that's something to digest, to contemplate. There's a country song. Yeah, we just heard it. Unanswered Prayer by Garth Brooks. Oh, excuse me, by Blaine Moody. I think it speaks to our humanness of wanting and desiring something and finding out that the divine had plans, intentions, ready for us to recognize and be a part of. And that divine plan manifested, brought something better than what we originally wanted or desired. Yeah, man, that's to me, that is revelation. I just find that revelatory. And that's why I've come to, when I pray, here's how I pray. I always pray, finishing off for this or something greater. Amen. Whatever we have to let go of in life, so many times we find that something which filled the space is quite often the best thing that could have happened to us. The universe is always ready to fill any spaces left that is a vacuum when we let go. It seems the universe does not leave anything long to be a vacuum. There's a little slogan about that. The universe hates a vacuum. Well, you know, that's just one way of putting it. But it fills that space. Here's something else I think we need to realize about the letting go process. In one hand, it's like we have a rock, not wanting to go through what we know must be done. And in the other hand is that hard place of seeing that no other options really seem to be better or available even. But it's then when we can choose, make that choice, just let go, cut the string. When it comes to happiness, to be happy, that outpicturing of human feeling and emotions that express this delightfulness and happiness with our life and all that, it can come to us with simple believing, something that has its deepest roots in divine intention. It's always there, like a flowing river. If you ever think you're at the end of your rope or gone way too far down that wrong road, just remember this. Nothing in the universe can stop you from letting go and starting over. Nothing except you. That's how powerful we are as these beings that are privileged with this power to choose. Dang rights. There are no limits in the universe. No limits for a do-over. If you make up your mind for a do-over, no limits, except in you. The only barriers between ourselves and a life without limits are the powers we've mistakenly given to the doubts and the fears. And they're there, I know they are, but they need not be there, always. To live out loud, that's a great statement. To live out loud, here, get this. To live out loud is to live with spiritual strength. And what is spiritual strength? It's knowing you don't have to compromise yourself with anyone or anything in order to be content, to be happy and confident and secure in life. It's all in you. It's that choice, that's that choosing. Living out loud, celebrating life as our source of all good is to trust. To trust. Oh, God, to trust. Trust comes from faith. And faith is that something that we can use and will use, spiritual strength, to let go, let the spirit of life live through us and all others, get in the flow. This is not the same as giving up on anything. No, 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 no. It's not giving up on anything. It is surrendering. Surrendering all that does not raise and praise us for that which does. And that's not like simple plagiarism from something, but it's true. It's the surrendering all that doesn't raise and praise us for that which can, which does. Celebrating life by letting go of the lesser for the greater is our stepping into the flow of the one source, that one source that's urging us, always urging us, the wind at our backs, forward and onward and upward to be who we were born to be. Those earlier talks in the month were teaching us that, who we were born to be. Now we're trying to learn our final talk of our final message of the morning is, what about that? Now everybody, I think nearly everybody, wonders whether or not there's one great secret for successful living. I know I used to read all these books, the secret to this, the secret to that, the secret to this, the secret to that. They're still around, and they all have something in them, of course. But here's the thing. The one great secret. Well, there's actually two. And they're really not secrets, but they're called that. They're just simple human conclusions. And I'll just try to reveal them to them if I can. Here's how I think we can obtain them. First off, take the moments to listen quietly, no matter what it takes. Everything can change. Just let it settle into that. We learn to hear these they call them supreme secrets, but no, it's no more difficult to do this than choosing to swim against a current all the time and then finally realize, let it carry us to the shore. Quit swimming upstream. We can engage here, we'll do something here. We can engage in a mechanical part of creating happiness right now in the company of others like we are right here by doing just one simple thing. I'm going to ask you to just do this with me this morning. Now, just close your eyes. Please do with me. Just close your eyes. All right? Now, if they're all closed, open them and look at any person near you and smile. Just smile. Your smile, that frown that is upside down, is changing the molecular, magnetic, energetic atmosphere of this room. It may be subtle, but it's doing it. Yeah. Now, the second thing is all about letting go. You may have heard this before. There's a kind of a poem that's written by Reverend Sapphire Rose. And I think we read that here some months ago, but I want to read it again in a little different way. It's called She Let Go. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I need a drink of water. I need my guitar. My guitar's name is Taylor. She came to me by way of a good friend who wanted to learn to play a guitar and found out his shaking, his palsy wouldn't let his fingers work. His fingers wouldn't work. So he said, Don, I have a guitar. Would you come over and just plunk it a little bit and then see what you think of it? I don't know if you can hear this, but I will plunk a little bit. But after I plunked it, he said, take that guitar home, it's yours. I went down to where they sell these guitars and I found out this guitar, is $3,500. Man, I said, thank you. He let it go. Okay, so this is This is She Let It Go by Reverend Sapphire Rose. She let go without a thought or a word. She let go. She let go of all the fear. She let go of all the judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around in her head. She let go of that committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons, wholly and completely without hesitation or worry. She just let go. She didn't ask for any advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search the scriptures. She just let go. She let go all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety, all that kept her from moving forward. And she let go of the planning and all the calculations about how to do it just right. She let go. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. And she didn't write the projected dates in her daytime planner. She just let it go. She made no public announcements or put no ad in a newspaper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends and discuss it all on the phone. She didn't do a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. And no one was around. There was no applause, no congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. And there was no effort, no struggle, and it wasn't good, and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. And in the space of letting go, she let it all be. And small smiles came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and she was free to celebrate life within the divine source. And she lost any fears of unanswered prayers. She just let go. And for that, I say amen, and so it is. And thank you for listening.
Here's a song about letting go, about change, about acceptance. And I invite you, since this is a new song you've never heard before, and this is the first time I've played it anywhere, but we'll be playing it again, so I'll invite you to sing along on the choruses. It goes like this. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. All I know, it's gonna be everything new. I'm through with crying, I'm through with waiting, I'm through with hoping against all hope. I'm through with longing for something gone that'll never return. That I think I've learned, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. And all I know, it's gonna be everything new. And I'm through with grieving, I'm through with dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. And I think it's time, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. And all I know, it's gonna be everything new. I have survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright like I was before, as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again. Sing it, bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. And all I know, it's gonna be everything new. One more time. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. And all I know, it's gonna be everything new.
Amen. That's your sermon right there. That's your sermon right there. Thank you. That is the message of the morning. Everything new. We're ready, aren't we?
Absolutely.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We've been talking about that, right, Reverend Moore?
We're ready. We're ready for the newness. A new life, new love, new joy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So what's this next thing we're doing here?
I think it's called offering. What do you think?
Yes.
You want to lead us in that?
Well, right, go right ahead.
Me?
You're right there. Let's go for it.
All right.
All right.
I will take Reverend Don's invitation to heart. Let's just know right here and right now that as we experience the newness of life, as we're willing to let go of that which is not needed in our lives and accept this power and this energy which is our lives, that we're simply giving and receiving the oneness, the joy, and the energy that is divinity itself. And so with that in mind, let us take our offering that we might have brought today for prospering ourselves and our church and read together this saying under the word offering on our program. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. Let our joy in God and say amen.
We stand in the presence of God. We stand in the joy and the energy that is life itself. We accept the blessings of the universe as we know every gift given here today is given from the heart of the person, which is a vessel of divine love present with us in this community. We're just grateful for it all, and as we know this, let us stay together. And so it is.
Let's do our prayer of protection. It's in the program there. And you can read it. It starts with light. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Whether you know it or not, all is well.
With my soul. All right, let's stand and sing our song of peace. Words again are in the program.
I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Well, in my time of trouble, singing, God is so good. In my time of trouble, singing, God is so good. In my time of trouble, singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. You're welcome. Thank you. I'd like to hear you and Don sing together. Oh. I'm not doing the guitar. He's got a better guitar than I do now.